Good morning, book besties, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. One of my favorite parts about the end of the year is being able to compile like my TBR on GOODREADS and just like kind of gather a list of all the books that I like really want to read in the next year. So I figured that I would do it with you guys. GOODREADS is my main source of like tracking my books. Like if I am reading a book, I immediately put it on GOODREADS. If I read a book, I immediately put it on there. I know that like the site itself is like kind of outdated, but honestly, I haven't been able to find anything that I'm able to like have friends on and like still be able to like connect with everybody and read their reviews. So for now, we're just gonna use GOODREADS. I love New Year's almost as much as I love Christmas because I just love the fresh start. I love like the feel of January 1st. So I'm so excited to see what books I get to read. Let's start compiling the list. So I tend to prefer like the desktop version of GOODREADS over like the mobile version. I honestly don't know why. I kind of just feel like it's cleaner. But first I will start and we will add a new shelf. It's the only shelf that has 0 books and I'm like so excited to like put it in. And this is in no particular order, by the way. I'm kind of just like adding books as I kind of think of them. One of the main ones though is that I know that I want to read the Harry Potter series this year. One of my best friends, Beck, really wants me to read the series and I really want to read the series because I feel like I'll really like it. So I'm definitely gonna add this one. It's funny because they are all in my 2022 reads and I literally never got around to them in 2022 or 2023. So 2024 has to be the year. Next up, I did already read this, but it's one of my most anticipated reads for 2024. So I'm going to put Funny Story by Emily Henry into the 2024 reads because I want to reread it when it like actually comes out. I can have like the physical format of it. So I'm going to add that one. I also really want to read Nothing Like the Movies, which comes out in the fall of 2024. It's like my most anticipated read for fall. I'm kind of aiming for like, I want to add 50 books to the TBR because my reading goal for next year is 50 books. I did read 62 books this year, but I kind of like kind of lowballing it because I don't have to be disappointed in myself if I don't hit the reading goal. So we're just going to keep it at 50. Another one of the series that I want to continue, I make no promise to like finish the entire series because I didn't really like the first book, which is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, but I do want to read A Court of Mist and Fury. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. So now we have 10 books, we only need 40 more books. I want to read The Fury. This author is the author that wrote The Silent Patient, which I have been wanting to read forever, so I am adding that to my 2024 TBR. I also really want to read A River of Golden Bones because my friend Savannah just read it and she really liked it, so I really want to read it. I also want to read Garden of the Cursed. My friend Erica told me that she really liked it. I don't like this cover, so like I kind of want to change the cover, but I don't think that's gonna matter. I'll change it when I'm reading it. I want to read The Forest Graham, so I'll put that in there. But I do really want to read, where is it? This one. It's called Flame and Sparrow. It's very thick, but it is a fantasy romance and I have been wanting to read that for a while. And also all of Emily Henry's other books I have been wanting to read. I'm planning to do like an entire Emily Henry reading vlog, which I'm very excited about because I just think that it would be so much fun and I've been getting into like reading vlogs and all that kind of stuff, so I think it's gonna be fun. So we now have 18 books in the 2024 reads. Oh, duh. Keeping 13. I never got to finish it. I got like 100 pages in and I needed something lighter, so I never finished it. But I really loved Binding 13. It was like one of the highlights of this year. I really want to finish the Boys of Tommen series because it was so good, so I'm going to add the rest of them too. I do think that there are more, but I'm just going to start with these 3 because I am very excited about them. I'll also add the Atlas Paradox because I read the Atlas 6 and it was so good. I loved it and I never got a chance to read the second one. But I know that the third one, I'm pretty sure, is coming out early next year and I'm very excited about it. So I have to get to read the second one. And I honestly want to reread the entire Percy Jackson series, but I feel like I'm putting too many series on my plate because then I'm gonna get overwhelmed like I did this year. I'm not gonna do that next year. We're gonna be relaxed and chill with our reading. But I do want to read the Percy Jackson, the 6th book. I never got to read that. And at the time that I'm filming this, the series comes out in less than a week and I'm so excited about it. I think it's gonna be so good. I also really want to read the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series. When I was younger, I used to be obsessed with it, and I still am obsessed with it, and I'm still obsessed with the movies. But The Summer I Turned Pretty, which is also by the same author, Jenny Han, that took over my entire life in the summer, so I want to reread those books again. Also, I know that I just said about the series thing, but I cannot stop myself because I really want to reread The Hunger Games along with The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes because I have not gotten to read that one yet. So I really want to, and I didn't even see the movie, and everybody was like freaking out about Snow because like the actor is like super hot, but I really wanted to watch that. I hate watching the movie before I read the book, so I just feel like I have to read the book first. I really want to read The Ivies, which is a young adult mystery thriller, and I think that it's kind of low-key dark academia as well, which I absolutely love. Like, I fell in love with it after reading The Atlas Six, so I'm really excited about this one. Also wanting to read My Life with the Walter Boys. I watched the TV show and I absolutely loved it. I definitely need to read this book because I need to see if it's the same thing. I also want to read the Inheritance Games. I read the first one and I really liked it. It was really good, but I never continued the series, so I want to reread all of them. Also, The 100 Loves of Juliet is my friend Savannah's favorite book, and she absolutely loves it, and she just rants and raves about it, and I need to read it because if she thinks it's good, I'm probably gonna love it. Also, there was this other one, it's by Chloe Gong. I think it's The Immortal Longings. I'm pretty sure that it's fantasy romance, but I'm not sure. It might just be fantasy, but I really want to read that one as well. I am going to put 1,000 Heartbeats in here too, which I have read twice this year, but I know that I'm going to want to read it again because it's just amazing, so I'm going to add that. I really want to read The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight. I watched the movie on Netflix and it was absolutely amazing. It's probably one of my favorite Christmas rom-coms like ever. We're now at 39 books. I'm gonna try to get it to 50 because I don't want this video to get too long, but I'm gonna try to get it to 50. Ooh, that's what I wanted to read. The Cruel Prince. So I'm gonna add it. Also, Half a Soul. I don't remember who the author is. Olivia Atwater. I also received an ARC. It's called Stay With My Heart. I have had this book for so long. It's called 3 Dark Crowns, and I have been trying to read it for probably like a year now, maybe like even a year and a half at this point. I would also love to read a classic this year, so I'm going to add Pride and Prejudice because I started it last year and I didn't end up finishing it because like just like that type of writing style is so complex that like when I'm reading it I'm like I don't get it. I read Belladonna by Adeline Grace and it was so good, so I really want to read Foxglove as well. I also want to read Son of Blood and Ruin. I also want to read 99 Days because I actually have 2 copies of this book because one was given to me and then the other one I forgot that it was given to me because it had a different cover, and when I looked at it when I was going to buy it, it had a completely different cover that literally did not look the same whatsoever, so I bought it again. So I have it in hardcover and I have it in paperback, but I really want to read it because it's giving The Summer I Turned Pretty a little bit, so it's gonna be so good. We have one more book until we hit 50 and I feel like this one has to be super important. Oh, that's the one that I really wanted to read. I'm trying to remember the title. What was it? I really want to read The Breakup Tour because it is supposedly inspired by Taylor Swift, and I love Taylor Swift. And I love the cover because it's like blue and it's purple and it looks like Taylor, and I just need to read it. Oh, there you have it. Those are the 50 books that I added to my 2024 TBR. I'm so excited for next year. I am so excited for all of the books that I'm going to read, all of the ones that I've planned to read. It is just going to be so amazing. Answer in the comments down below, what is your preferred like reading tracker site? Do you like Goodreads? I know that a lot of people really like Storygraph as well. Are you a fan of that? Leave your recommendations in the comments. As always, if you would like to connect with me on my other social media platforms, you can follow me on Instagram at The Heartfelt Library, on TikTok at heartfelthan, or on Goodreads at heartfelthan. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.